Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about a long overdue couple episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho. Sorry about that. I believe this is episode 71. This was actually a really good episode of Yu Yu Hakusho. Not really because it had any crazy action or plot twists, but just for what it does for the world building, story progression, all that stuff, the technicals. It was fantastic. So, to start off, Genkai continues to talk about what she was talking about in the previous episode, which was the spirit portal being opened. The demons are coming in. We now know where this is happening, what city it is, and basically, Koenma ends up explaining the stages of how lower class demon bugs can get in, and demon energy is going to awaken powers in people, which has a ton of potential. It talks about, the different demons that are going to come through, how the demon world is structured, like this long building, and how they only have control of like half of the top floor. And it's just the world building for the demon world and everything, and how they have this net and only B class. All this world building is absolutely phenomenal. It's leaps and bounds in world building, fantastic. The story progression, they have a location they need to go to. They have a game plan. You got to figure out who's the mastermind. How do we beat him? What are their powers? How many people do they have? Don't just run in and, attack them. Also, the danger level is enormous because they're talking about the different classes. Again, adding to the world building, C, B, A, S class. Toguro, overpowered 120% Toguro. Top tier B class demon, not an A or an S class. That's hype on these new, threats that they're gonna have to face eventually. Yusuke's like, holy shit, he was a B class. What? No, that's not even fair. Like, how the fuck? In the 3 weeks? Toguro gave me like a month. Where's my 30-day notice at? That's what Yusuke's thinking. And Kuwabara still doesn't have any powers right now. Hopefully those come back. I imagine they will, but, you never know. But yeah, they have a game plan. Those 3 dudes are now their allies. They said what their powers were, which is weird because we knew what their powers were. They all used their powers, but whatever. They're allies now. Probably not like main cast characters. Probably for this arc. We get the villain. I believe his name was said to be Sensui. I have heard this name before, obviously. In Yu Yu Hakusho. Don't know much about him, though. Other than the fact he's a Yu Yu Hakusho villain. And we got older Toguro is all severed headed and shit and weird, floating in a jar of like fish. I don't know what that's all about. Working with him though to open up this portal. And yeah, they have 3 weeks, like I said before, until this thing's completely open and shit's just gonna flood in and they're fucked. So yeah, like I said, the world building and story progression are just leaps and bounds. They're enormous, fantastic on that front. The animation, it was serviceable enough for what the episode needed. The pacing was slow. It wasn't the fastest paced episode, probably due to it being a lot of exposition, a lot of standing around the same room. Rather slow episode, but it's forgivable considering all the exposition that happened. Yeah, I don't know, I'd probably give this episode around like a 9 out of 10, honestly. It's just, for what it does for the series overall, the potential that it shows, the world building, the story progression, it's a 9 out of 10 episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, definitely. I'm trying to think if there's anything I didn't like about the episode. Oh, and we get Hiei's class. He's like a lower, or like a mid-B class, and Hiei's not going to help him, so he breaks off. And it looks like Keiko and Kuwabara's sister are going to follow Pooh over to Yusuke, so they're going to get involved. Hopefully they're not in the way. They weren't in the way in the Dark Tournament. They were just like in the audience watching the whole time. Hopefully they don't get in the way and have to be rescued a lot. That'd be a little eh. But yeah, I want to see, we see Sensui and his goons. They're probably all going to have interesting powers. Hopefully there are unique abilities like Shadow and Taboo and Copy. Hopefully we get some more unique abilities like that, not just I'm going to throw an energy ball or an energy ring or some like crap like that. Which, that kind of stuff is fine. That's all, well, Dragon Ball has a lot of different things to its power scheme, but that was one of the main things, was just energy balls. And it turned out fine, but Yu Yu Hakusho, I think, it has the potential to have all these crazy abilities like Nen did in Hunter x Hunter, which came after, so, but we'll see. I would like to see some interesting abilities from these new characters, because that was what the Dark Tournament was a lot of. There was people with unique powers, but there were energy ball clashes, and, that's basically the gist of it. So, yeah, some more abilities like shadow and stuff would be refreshing. But that's pretty much all I have to say about this episode. Fantastic on most fronts. Not a ton of action or anything, but it didn't need it. Not every episode needs it. And this arc has the potential to be much, much better than the Dark Tournament. Hopefully it is. Because the Dark Tournament's my favorite arc, and that's because it's just, so long. But we'll see. I mean, this has the potential to be much better in terms of story, in terms of creativity, in terms of just overall different things happening other than just fighting. So we'll see what happens. It could get fucked up, but I don't think it will. I have hopes that it'll be a pretty damn good arc. So anyways, no, not thank you. I'm going to review another episode. Duh. I'll see you guys in the next one. Did I give this a number? Oh yeah, 9 out of 10. See you guys in the next one. Okay, you guys, so episode 72 of Yu Yu Hakusho. This was a pretty good episode. In terms of animation, it was actually pretty solid. In terms of pacing, it was definitely better paced than the previous episode. And in terms of story progression, there is a fair amount. So, yeah, I guess I'll just summarize. We get the two groups, they split off. It's Kurama, the nerd dude with the taboo, Botan, and Kuwabara. And I don't know if that's like the best group because Kurama is the only one capable of like fighting, but whatever. They go straight to the center of the circle. They're going for the throat on this one. They're going straight to the center of the huge hole to find the person who's opening it. And no one's there, so they think it might be below ground, and they're also being followed. Not too much going on there, but it was okay to see. Kuwabara still doesn't have his powers. They continue to keep establishing that, so I'm assuming it's going to come back in an important way, hopefully. Then we have Yusuke, Genkai, Shadow Dude, and Copy Dude, whose names I'm not really remembering right now. I think one's name is Kaito, maybe? But I don't remember which one is Kaito. I think that's just one of their names. But they find a dude, they enter his territory, and this guy has powers from the demons being around. He's a psychic, and we get some Yusuke hype. He's the winner of the Dark Tournament, 30% power, and he throws a punch, shockwave, blows this guy back. It was pretty cool. And, they read his mind, and he turns out to be innocent, and they get him to help, mostly against his will, but he's kind of okay with it. What ends up happening is, after their little confrontation, they have him kind of scout around, like, read minds, see if you find anybody who's suspicious, and he finds the leader, and the leader's there, and the dude gets shot in the head, and you're thinking the leader did it, but he didn't. It turns out to be some dude named Sniper from fucking 500 yards deep. Just mad fucking distance. Shoots an eraser, which he made harder. Like, I don't even know, like an enhancer? Like, what the fuck? Like, in comparison to Nen again, like, I guess you'd say like an enhancer. He fires an eraser, hits the dude in the head. He doesn't die because it's not like a bullet or anything. And Yusuke does say some interesting things about this leader. He says that he doesn't feel like he's the guy, like kind of confused on who this guy is. Like, it's just kind of interesting. And there's another dude named Doctor, I believe. There's 7 of these guys in total, and the Doctor dude we kind of see towards the end of the episode. So they're going to get attacked at the hospital. This definitely reminded me of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders. Not because these feel like stand abilities or anything like that. Obviously, they're totally different. Well, not totally different, but you know what I mean. But it just felt so JoJo, how they just had an encounter with a guy, psychic abilities, they beat him, now they're at the hospital, and another guy is right there waiting for them to fight them. So, kind of reminded me of JoJo there, how JoJo, it's like, as soon as they beat a stand user, the episode will end off with another one right about to tail them. So that was, kind of cool little thing I noticed. I don't think it's like a reference or anything, like that. It's just kind of something I thought was a little coincidental. But yeah, no sign from Hiei yet. But like I said, the story progression, they fought a dude, got him to work for them. We got some interesting little tidbits about the villains. This dude named Sniper, he seems pretty cool. There's 7 of them. The Game Master's one of them. That sounds like he'll probably have an interesting, not, generic ability. It'll probably be something you have to be a little more clever for. So yeah, I don't remember any of their other names, but we'll just have to see what happens. I definitely think this arc is still going strong. It's moving at a good pace. It was well paced, like I said. The animation was good. I especially liked when Genkai tried to track the dude after grabbing the eraser, and it was too far away for her to sense him, and you have this nice little black and red, no, not black and red, black, white, and red, mostly white and red zoom out of how far this guy is. That looked really nice. So yeah, I'm definitely liking the pacing so far. I'm definitely liking the overall structure and story. So I can't wait to see where it goes. I'll probably give this episode around like a 7.5 to an 8, a good to very good, like 7.8, like a good plus episode of Yu Yu Hakusho. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of these episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.